Hello, hello, happy Black Friday Saturday, Small Business Saturday, that's what today is. How's everybody doing? Good, I hope. I'm out here in my garage and I am changing the brake pads on my car, and I wanted to show you people that it's not as hard as the mechanics let on. Now granted, I'm prefacing this telling you that I am not a mechanic, okay? But I do a lot of work on my own cars. So I'm going to show you how you can easily change the brake pads on your car. So let me get this positioned. All right, now, hope you can see there. Okay, now, of course, the first thing, I'll be done like this. First thing you want to do is jack up your car. You can see I've got my jack under there. Make sure that you do that properly, okay? And make sure your car is secured at the front so it's not going to roll away on you. Then you loosen up all your lug nuts. I left one on here for demonstration purposes. So loosen up your lug nuts, okay? And pray that you didn't take it to a car place earlier that uses those pneumatic drills that put your lug nuts on, because it makes it really hard to get them off. All right, wheel off. Lug nuts off, wheel off. Get that beast out of the way. Let's see what's the channel. Okay, there we go. Now what I'm changing are the brake pads. This section right here. Again, please, I'm not a licensed mechanic or anything like that, but what I want to demonstrate is that you don't have to have a mechanic to fix your car, okay? So there's two bolts back here that need to be removed. So I'm going to do that right quick. And what this is going to do is get the part on the brakes off that squeezes your brakes together and makes them actually stuck. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I gotta do this. Alright, let me do some down here. Now, this is not a glamorous thing to do by any means, but you can save yourself a ton of money by doing this. I had my car at the dealer the other day to fix the airbag, which I can't do on my own, and they wanted like $400 to do what I'm doing now. Oh, one moment, I gotta grab another wrench. This one's difficult. Okay, thanks for waiting. So, like I say, they wanted like $400 to do this, when it really isn't that hard. There we go. Now, if you don't have a garage, you know, a space, or the tools that you need, you might need to hire someone to do it. But for you ladies out there who have vehicles, you don't have to pay somebody to do this. You don't need a man to do this. You can crawl into your own car, and you can do this. Hi. Okay, so we're getting off this bolt. It's being tricky. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay.
Because Mom's doing a filming. Come on, let's go here.
Thank you. All right, folks. Okay, like I mentioned, you know, Boyd, not totally glamorous Boyd, but it gets the job done. Okay, Bill got this nut off here, this bolt. Now, one thing I like to do when I'm working on the car is take photos beforehand, so you know exactly where all the parts go once you have them all off and laying around. So I already did this on the other side, so I don't need to for this one. Okay, now I got those two bolts off, and then all you want to do is get this section off, okay? This is the part right here that when you push your brakes, this pushes out and pushes your brake pads right here together and pinches on the rotor of your car, which makes your car stop. Okay, now what I want to do is take these brake pads off right here. This is what I'm replacing. So, hope you can see this. See how, here's the new one right here. You can see that there's a lot of space left on here. This is what wears along on the rotor to make you stop. So you can see on these ones, I mean, they're gone. There's absolutely nothing left on this one. So my brakes were grinding really, really bad. And that's why I had to do this today. Okay, and we'll get the back side off. There's of course two because, you know, they pinch together. Okay, so two. This one's not as bad, but you can see it's got grooves in it right here, and that means I probably need new rotors right here, but I'm not going to pay for that right now. So, next thing we have to do, we got to put the brake pads back on. Easy enough, just put them right back to where you took them out of. They just slide, excuse me kitty, they just slide right in that groove. Front and back again, of course. Okay. Okay, there. Now they're on. Now this part right here, we're gonna need a C-clamp for this. Let me get it out a little bit here. Now, there's probably a specialized tool for this, but I don't have one. So what we need to do is get this caliper pushed back in. Okay, so this needs to be flush back here. So I'm going to use this C-clamp to do that. So I'll put it like this. This can be a little bit tricky sometimes just because the angle is not ideal for the C-clamp. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's try it right there. There we go. Okay. So I'm getting it down. Oops. Okay, I gotta back this off a little bit and reposition. Just a second. Let me go back down here. The angle's too wonky. It isn't working. I'm gonna go over here. And I got a cat riding on my shoulders, and that's not helping the matter. Okay. It's either a cat or a toddler around here. Alright, here we go. Back into position. Try this again. There we go. Okay, that's a better position. Okay, and I hope you can see that this part right here is squishing down, okay? So I'm gonna go all the way down till it's flush and I can't twist it down anymore. Okay, that's it. That's it. Back it off a little so I can get off. So you can see now that caliper is flush, where before it was sticking out, oh, about this far. Okay, so the next thing you do is just put it back in place right there. Oh, I gotta get that cat off my shoulders. So, I'm bringing it into the car with me. So now this is the part I just put back on, and I just have two bolts that I need to put on right here, and one right here, okay? There, okay. Now let's get these bolts threaded. There we go. Okay, there's the one. Thread it all the way in. Now on brake pads, let's see if these ones have it. A lot of times it's only on the other side for this one, but they'll have a little piece of metal, like this thin metal that pokes out. It's actually on this side, so it pokes out, and so when your brake pads get low enough, it'll start screeching. So if you ever hear like a ee screeching when you press on your brakes, or even when your brakes aren't pressed, that means your brake pads are really low and you probably need to get them replaced. Okay, so I'm going to tighten these up really well. One moment, and I'll tell you. I mean, look, you guys, that took what, 5 minutes? Once I got the bolt off of there, right? 5 minutes. You don't want to pay somebody, you know, $80, $90 to do something that you can do yourself in 4 minutes, 5 minutes. At least I don't. I don't know about you. I don't mind getting a little bit dirty. So, you know, actually, at one time in my life, I wanted to be a mechanic. Well, when I was in high school, anyway. And then I signed up for the mechanics class in high school, and it was so dumb because I got to class and I was the only girl. Can you imagine? And I was embarrassed. So I oh, that's not too big right now. I was embarrassed to be the only girl in the class. Ugh, now you want those really tight because Definitely don't want your brake caliper falling off. So, being the only girl in the class, I was embarrassed. So, silly me, I dropped the class, and I've regretted it ever since. Regretted it ever since. So now we got to get your wheel back on after you get your tire on, or your caliper done. And then it's just as simple as putting your lug nuts back on. I won't bore you with that because really, I mean, it's just boring. It's putting lug nuts on. Anyway, I'm a little bit dirty right now, but I just want to let you know that so many things are possible. And when I ditched that class in high school, that was a really big thing that I could have learned a lot about. I mean, I have had to take my car to the mechanic, obviously, and have things done, but I wish I would have stayed in that class so I could do more for myself. So now later on, my dad had taught me a lot, so that's why I'm able to, change my own brake pads and save a ton of money, save a ton of time. It's probably faster to do it myself than to take it to the shop. You don't have to wait in line or anything like that. I want you to know that anything that you desire that you want to do, whether it seems like the simplest task or the most difficult thing ever, you can accomplish it. Don't tackle the whole thing at once. If it's something that's overwhelming, just do it little bits at a time. And you really can accomplish anything. I know a lot of times we get discouraged and we get people, doubting what we can do or cannot do. But don't let those haters bring you down. Don't let those haters bring you down, because maybe their insecurities in themselves, they're projecting on you because they think, oh, I can't change my brakes, so why should you be able to? No. Don't listen to that nonsense, okay? You believe in yourself. You believe in other people. You build them up. You make them believe that they can do anything they want, even if you really think that they can't. You let them think that they can. And I hope that you guys all had a fantastic Thanksgiving. I hope that you know that you're all loved one way or another. From near or far, you're loved. And yeah, I think a lot of people forget that sometimes, but you are, and I love you. I love you in at least a small way, even if we're just friends through the internet. But thank you for joining in. I hope you had fun watching this backyard mechanic do her thing. You guys have a fantastic weekend, and thanks for supporting small businesses. I appreciate all of your support for my businesses. Thank you. Bye-bye.